Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the next part of the DEI Cimmeria campaign. In this episode, we're going to be taking Frada itself. Their armies retreated from us, which I don't think was in their best interest because they left their capital all left to us to take over. Right now, Frada is the only area kind of left in this region, and oh, I didn't even notice this. But I just noticed Asgarta took bomb, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted them to do. And I kind of noticed Frada isn't in a province that we own anything, but it's actually one of our allies' provinces. So I'm kind of tempted to not conquer this area and like conquer it as in take it for myself. But I'm thinking I'm going to subjugate Frada and leave it open for my allies to conquer on their own. Potentially conquer it on their own if they want to, but I'll at least control it, and then not directly. That way there's a chance my allies here will be able to just take over the region themselves, and it might make them a bit more of a useful ally in that respect. And we can just auto-resolve this battle because it's a very weak garrison left, and we have two giant armies here, so I don't really expect any there's not gonna be any problems taking the region. The part of me kind of wishes I attacked at the same time, but so we can subjugate it, and that's what we're going to do. So we've subjugated Frada, so it means these are now all under our control. Okay, now then, so now that they're under my control, are they still worth my allies? Good, they're still worth my allies, which means let's trade. And then, can I demand them to join war against Baktria? I guess even subjugating, they can't do anything like that. So I'm having them trade with me. And now it's time to send the Ares Dread. Oh, apparently I can levy from the client now if I wanted to get some Persian archers from them. I don't think it's going to be worth it, but it's kind of interesting. Let's see, so bonus morale for all units. I like that. Melee attack skill for all units. That's also pretty nice. I think I'm going to go for the veteran hoplites for the better morale. Melee attack. Let's go melee attack. Plus 9 melee attack, %9 melee attack is always nice. Means they're going to be more likely to hit. I'm going to send the Ares Dread south to Aurea. I don't expect Aurea to be a hard fight. So I have no problem sending them south there. And I'm going to send the Brave Companions up to Capaceni. My only concern is that, let's see, is there an army here? There's no big armies here from my enemies. I mean, to an extent, my clients could very easily become an enemy themselves, but I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to just go back up northwards now, especially as Baktria doesn't seem to have a reasonable army this far south. And apparently, subjugating them did give me about 2,000 income, which is a nice little buffer. So I'm going to upgrade Susia to make some more money and food. I am going to go for grain pits for the banditry reduction, even though we're having no problem with banditry right now. But it'd probably be a good idea to start getting that reduce it as much as possible. Though I'm tempted to make this into something more than a grain pit, but I think I'm going to go for grain pit's always a good choice, I think. I can go trade up for iron or fortified small town for iron. This one has bonus research rate, which I can appreciate. Let's go for this one. They don't seem to have any differences in terms of the food consumption or public order, which are my big important points to me. Do they have a grain pit over here? No, so that might be something I build over here next time. Yeah, they have a grain pit here, and that's already reduced theirs to below 20, which is good. We're not going to make another army over here, but we will... Actually, I might reinstate the legacy, because I think I did disband that army, didn't I? I think I might reinstate a legacy in Syria, make it a stronger army. The Fires of Hestos actually lost a full unit of their Thracian Rempol warriors, so we need to replace them with an axe unit soon enough. It's not necessarily worth that, so I'm going to... This is increase replenishment rate. 4% here versus 4% here. Does this allow any global... There's no global in this game, never mind. So I'm just going to go for patrol region with these guys. Increase public order and all that lovely jazz while I wait for them to replenish. But used up all my money, so we're just going to end terms. I think everything else has moved their maximum. Oh, never mind. Apparently not. Let's mainly fight this one out, because I don't think we've encountered a Baktrian force. Even though this is going to be an easy battle, you know, might as well show you guys a battle. I kind of feel apologetic for not fighting Frada myself. So this is going to be an interesting one, because this will be a different army than what we've had before. This is the Aroma Impersonators. It's a very different composition than we've had before. Only 4 archers, but a large and heavy infantry contingent. This should honestly be our best army for taking capitals, because of the fact that we don't have to rely on phalanx stances or anything like that. We just have to rely on our Bosphorus infantry. We have javelins. So for this army, we're actually going to use a formation that I used when I played as Rome a while back. When I streamed on Twitch, I actually played a campaign as for DEI in hard sorry, as Rome. But that campaign, I stopped it eventually, because not because I was struggling to win battles, but because I was getting so annoyed at some things that were going on. So like I beat back an army, I beat back 5 armies, but then there was still another like 2 or 3 armies on the way, and I'm like, this one army has put in their best effort to fight off all of these armies, and they just can't keep going anymore. So basically ended up, and then I had to fall back, and then Rome had a problem where it was very annoying. It was like, I'd be attacked at sea, but I couldn't afford armies to just defend everything, so I was like, I will get you, but I'll get back at you eventually kind of situation. See, so I think, so we're going to do what's called, this is called a checkerboard formation. So what we're doing here is, my OCD wants me to have 1 more archer unit. But what this will hopefully allow us to do is maximize our effectiveness. It should probably be like 1 more, yeah, 1 more archer unit, 1 less archer unit. Depending on how you want to look at it. But I like the idea of 1 more archer unit. I'm gonna have my baggage train here, and we're gonna have our 1 cav over here, another cav over here. Our cav, because there's only 1 of them on each flank, they're gonna take a bit more of a passive role in this battle. They're gonna be more focused on. Our cav is going to be more focused on trying to screen the enemy cavalry that might be coming at us, and then going for hammer and anvil instead of what we normally do and have them go straight to hammer and anvil as fast, or have them actively pursue the enemy cav. But we're going to be a bit more focused on other stuff. You can see them marching. They don't quite have, you know, they're not quite all the same. They have a bit of differences, which does make it kind of cool to look at all of them. So these are our Scythian archers, Scythian armored archers, I should say. This is our heavy spearmen. Some of these guys look like they're pictures. Some of these guys definitely do not. Like these guys look like they're just wearing cloth armor instead of the metal armor it's depicted in the picture. And these guys are our late Bosporan Lancers. And then we have our general, of course, over here, who is the Bosporan Royal Cavalry, but like later, after the reforms. I wonder if they're supposed to, like, their army change is supposed to be Roman influenced or barbarian influenced. That's kind of curious. So yeah, it looks like the AI is waiting for us. Yeah, they have phalanxes. Let's see. So this is militia. So this is actually light phalanx infantry. That's actually kind of cool. I like how they look like Eastern Serum, but they're phalanxes. I like that. Look at that. Then this is an actual Baktrian hoplite unit, which is probably the equivalent of our Bosphorus hoplites, or maybe a little bit weaker. I'm not sure. They might be more equivalent to normal standard hoplites than anything else. I'm going to start fast forwarding now, since we know that the enemy's not going to be attacking us, at least quite yet. Oh, looks like they are starting to now, so I'm going to order everyone to stop. Guard mode. As now they've entered our archer range, and we've started trading off. So they have one enemy cav on the left flank that I'm going to send my general to intercept. I like how everyone's crouched down hiding, but this guy's like, we're good. Where's my general? He's not running fast enough, I guess, because he's in the woods. But these guys are getting slaughtered by Javies. I don't even need my general in this section here. Let's see, I'm going to modify our formation a little bit. So let's see, let me grab these three. I'm going to have you guys maintain this formation, but I'm going to have you guys change your directions where you're facing a little bit to meet the current situation. I need group. You guys need to run. Okay, you are running good. That's exactly where I want you guys. Oh, I didn't even notice the enemy cav here. They charged straight into a spear unit. I'm surprised that the spear unit... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, surprised the spear unit's so dead. But then I'm like, oh, wait, no, that's the other guys. The spearmen still lost some troops, but not as much as the cavalry did. I think it's kind of nice is because they're investing themselves onto our front. We can more easily flank them now. Is the way that they've decided to engage. Let's see. Let me start moving up. We keep this guy here kind of positioned to prevent any attacks from some direction I'm not expecting. I'm going to order my general to start engaging the flanks. I'm going to order this unit to engage. They call themselves Royal Thorax Swordsmen. I don't think that's quite what you're supposed to be, but you do you, boo. Where's my cavalry? Oh, they're still chasing these guys down. But these guys are about to break anyway, so don't worry about them anymore. My archers are being watched carefully. So let's move up this unit too. We'll get this guy engaged into this fighting. This guy here will be perfect for attacking over here. This unit here is not really going to be... He's not really positioned... Wait, actually, he can get a flank off there. I was about to say he's not positioned for a good flank, but never mind. He actually is very well positioned for a good flank. Get him, boys. I've got their flank here. That unit's about to break. Let's grab our archers real fast and reposition them to start firing into this bigger blob right here. Right, they're breaking there. Our general's bodyguard is finishing off the last of the enemy's units. There, that guy's been broken. So now we can start adjusting our lines to advance. I'll order this one to just attack over there while I'm moving these guys around for their flanking attacks. Order my general to just attack that archer unit here that's starting to run away. Yeah, these guys I think are going to catch them. Yep, they've been caught, but they're going to still keep running though. But they've at least killed a few running away. But even if they were able to run away, they were not going to be able to outrun my cavalry. They quite easily just crushed. See, all of our... I'm going to order this last bit of archers to stop firing their arrows. In terms of morale, I definitely say we've won the morale victory at this point. I'm surprised that they haven't been broken yet, but that will come in due time. Let you guys walk. Oh, you're still fresh apparently, so maybe I can run you after all. Yeah, they're surrounded on all sides, so they're definitely going to start getting squished any moment now. Just because our guys do, while they don't have all that great AP, they do have pretty good melee attack, I'd say. At least, I think they're a really good melee attack compared to most of my other guys. 25, 13. Now this one's holding up the most. This is where the general's bodyguard is, but the general's bodyguard is being attacked by multiple flanks, so I'm expecting him to die soon enough. Like, the main people attacking him is from behind, so he's not really engaged in the front, so I'm not really sure what he's hoping to do. I'm gonna just inspire my troops here. Let's see. I wonder if I get these guys in, maybe that'll count as a bit of a flanky force, so we might as well get them involved, see if it helps at all. But yeah, at this point, it's the end of, oh, there's the general about to break. I'm just gonna bring my archers all together and my units. Maybe a show of force will assist in them losing their spirit. Victory is ours. We only lost about 200 men. This Bossford, I think, is probably, this unit right here is probably the one that was attacked, but there's a big blob attacking him. I'm assuming that's what this one is, because all the other ones are barely touched. I'd be surprised if the one that had a giant blob on him was barely touched. Yeah, even low level phalanxes, I have really good holding power. Just due to the fact that they have that nice bonus while in phalanx. We've taken Bukhara, so let's see. We can liberate it apparently, but I want to conquer it. I'm just going to demolish that. I'm going to keep the field though, and what this is. So I think this was the northern extremity of Baktria. So I think taking this, yeah, I think this is the edge of the map. I think is right here. So after this, we'll take the capital of this province, which will be Marakanda, and then Baktria. This army now is not able to move yet. Never mind, that'll be next turn he can move. Frada will start. Yeah, this guy's gonna move this south here to attack Aurea. That's enter. But it'd be kind of funny to leave that Smiter settlement in the south as the last remaining Baktrian settlement, and then just subjugate Baktria at that point would be kind of fun to do, I think. So maybe I won't yet attack with the Ares Dread. Maybe I'll hold off on that. They're offering me peace, but I'm offering them death, so... Yeah, one thing I kind of wish is that I can get allies to say, hey, make peace with this guy. That'd be kind of nice if that was a possibility. Because that way it could be like, you're all under my thumb. Make peace. I think once Amul is knocked down, I'm probably gonna take over Amul, because it is the last settlement in my province. In this province that I don't have, and I don't really like. Well, I appreciate them taking out those rebels for me. I don't really think I need them alive. One. I guess I'll go for the water tank. I don't think we're that desperate for food right now. So I'm thinking... Let's see. What should I make here? Maybe I'll make something... What do you make? You're just food and public order, right? I think public order is probably a good thing to start building here, so let's do that. And we want to convert this over, but I also don't think we need as much strength as much as we have here. So let's go for... Let's see, what does this do? Yeah, let's go for Athena. Get some more research rate, essentially, is what I'm looking forward to doing. So I'm actually going to, following that idea, I'm actually going to send my armies, not this army, not south, but to Capaceni. So that way I can just take these settlements really fast, as well as Marconda. This one will take a couple turns to finish fully replenished, but that's alright. Apparently we get some Silk Road bonuses, so might as well. This year in 232 BC, if you guys wish to read it, you're more than welcome to. I'm just going to scroll through it real fast. I'll quick read it a little bit, but you guys are welcome to pause and read it at your own pace. The Bosphorus has a population surplus. Perfect. We need something to help with the banditry and public order problems, so I'm thinking the best thing to do is going to be a... Is it maybe a temple? Maybe a temple. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, actually, it's not bad. I might as well check it out. Let's see. -2 food. Puzzle port. Oh, it's not that bad. But it doesn't provide me the bonuses I want in a building here. Apparently, building a Helletic outpost actually increases the amount of banditry in the area. Well, very interesting there. So I wonder, what is our breakdown? Mostly it's building squalor. Yeah, none of it's, like, very few of it's actually cultural differences, so I don't really think it's a big deal with that. Let's see. So it's either I'm probably gonna go for an Agora. Because I don't, like, consecrated ground will, I think, help a little bit too. But there's other buildings that will, I think, fit the bill even better, so I'm doing for an Agora. It also would help if I put these guys on properly in patrol stance. That would also help a little bit with public order problems. War has been declared between Rome and Egypt. Ooh, that means Egypt will not be able to focus on me properly. Looks like the Arabian Peninsula might be strengthening their bonds with each other, so that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, it's still just an army, small army there. I wonder why Asgarta's leaving this wide open when there's very clear... I guess they can kind of go in that area. I'm not sure how well they can see it. So maybe to them that's not a lot wide open like it is to us. I'm doing a quick look to see if there's anything I can afford to build, but it looks like the answer is no. So let's do a quick look-see around diplomatically. Anybody I can trade with who doesn't absolutely hate me? It looks like the answer is no. Wait, maybe there's a chance. They've accepted my trade agreement, but not non-aggression back, so I won't do that. How about you? Will you trade with me? No, okay. I mean, I think I have a lot to offer out in a trade, but oh well. Okay, let's end turn. Oop, there guys, these guys are suffering through attrition now. Oh well, they'll have plenty of time to rest and recover once they reach their destination. Since I'll probably just put them in either patrol stance or fortify stance to make things easier. Until we invade north. My only concern is last time we did subjugate somebody, that was Armenia. Armenia very quickly declared war on us, which is just rather inconvenient. one thing we might need to do is next time I make an army, I'm not going to join a war against my own client state. You guys are more than welcome to squish them yourself, though. I mean, I'd be surprised if Frada beats Pura. I actually don't remember what it might be. Is it Mara? I don't remember the full faction name, but I know their settlement is Pura. I'd be surprised if Frada took it. It successfully captured it, since since it's a capital city and they're both minor factions, so I'd be surprised. My client state of ours. I'm going to keep the Aries right here at Artacoana. I'm going to send the Brave Companions on to Baktria. Actually, send them to Capaceni first. Might as well cut them off at the head. Upgrade Kath. Yeah, inventory is now is pretty low in our capital of Tushpa. We might need to move our capital again eventually, since once we conquer the north, we might move our capital a little bit more north, or we might keep it in Tushpa. I'm not sure yet. Funny is the Bosphorus, ever since we became not our capital, they've not been too happy with us. Okay, so Bakara is doing just fine. The Aroma Impersonators will need 2 more turns before they're fully replenished, but honestly 1 more turn until before they're all full good enough. Because they don't need to be 100%. I think they just need to be as close to 100% as reasonably possible. Yeah, Frada might be looking to betray us. I mean, in that case, it's kind of annoying, because it's like, why bother subjugating somebody if they're not going to if they're just going to rebel in the next turn, you know. But yeah, it looks like Rome might be looking either at taking Aeater, or maybe they're military allies or something. That's my 2 guesses there. But is it a couple centuries too early for Rome to take Egypt? My immersion. I do like the details, like the farmland on the ground and all that stuff, and I do like the fact that there's wagons and stuff. What I really loved about Rome and medieval is you can really tell that your economy is booming when you would see a bunch of wagons just going on the road to town. It's not really there anymore. Let's see. I'll hire bodyguards, I guess. Peace negotiated between our allies and our client state, which means that our allies will never be in a position where they're strong enough to take us out. So that's good. Parse over here. Wonder why the public order is so low. It's just like an event. More happening. I guess its main thing is slaves, faction, and cultural differences. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Their process of is going to be pretty slow. And that building's about to make it even worse. I might need to recruit a dignitary. Can I recruit another dignitary here? Yes, I can. I'll recruit this dude. Maybe, and I'm going to deploy him here on the next chance to maybe help with the public order problems. Is there any regions here that would affect public order? Yes, Paragon, apparently. Let's go for... Apparently there's a lot of levels just to start off with. Alright, next turn we will start fixing that public order problem. Let me see the diplomatic situation, the politique situation at least. Escarpus is now back here, so he needs an heir. Since all of his kids, except for one of them died, and I think that's a girl, so that means she'll need to get marry somebody. But I can praise, I can flirt, to a favor. I can send a gift. Might as well increase their loyalty a little bit. Make use of these abilities. So organize games. Improve relations. Okay. Cursus Honorum. You can use ships to keep armies supplied. Simply place a ship near their army on shore to supply them on the campaign. That'll be useful when we have to take over Rome. Since we'll have to go across the seas to Rome, and of course to take out their allies as well. Apparently we can all resolve this and win instantly, but I'd like to take this battle by hand with this army. So I'm going to take a couple turns, build some siege towers. You know, that's just a nice thing to do. So let's build. Recruit. I want a unit of axemen to at least supplement my supplement the numbers here, get it back to a reasonable number, and then send them back north, ready for war. So I don't... I think there might be land here. I don't know. Can I recruit an agent here, potentially? Yes, I can. I'm going to recruit a spy. I'm going to send you north on your next terms. I am curious what's beyond my borders. Let's build this first. Apparently people aren't too happy with higher upgraded buildings, so I'll have to keep an eye on the public order situation soon. Looks like the food crisis is over, but the public order crisis is still ongoing. And we won't be able to afford anything else right now, so I'm not going to bother over there. So one more turn, and these guys will be ready to go north. Honestly, I could actually start moving them on the way and then recruit. I think it's probably a bit more efficient time-wise. Perfect. Looks like Frada has left. I assume they decided it's not quite a good idea to try and mess with us right now. They do have a surprising amount of armies, all things considered. I'm going to send this over here to Capaceni then, while I have the chance. Now let me do a quick look, see where my armies are. So you are over here on the north, ready for war. You're on the north, ready for war. You guys are actually fighting a current war, and so we'll need starting next turn, we're going to want to recruit a new army to try and. I kind of forgot about you guys. But we're going to want to start recruiting another army in Syria, and that army, I don't think we need to be worried about Egypt for now, so I'm going to send that one north. Oh, yep, looks like Rome is conquering all of Greece, which means soon Rome will be looking at probably Asia Minor next, where Pergamon is. Man, I'm not gonna lie though, I was quite happy when I saw that my allies made peace with my subjugated units. Their rent is due. I assume once Baktria is wiped out, I'm concerned about having any armies of Frada in my territory. We have killed the assassin. Household expands. attrition. Not surprised. Alright, move to the border. Take one more turn before we can really, I think, before I attack, because I want more siege towers. Okay, they sent an army here. Alright, ideally not have to send the Ares Dread back, but it looks like I'm gonna have to do that just to be on the safe side. In the meantime, I might as well have these guys be deployed. Patrol stance. And the regions. Might as well make it nice and happy. And let's get that new army started in Syria. Recruitment of forces. So I want the Spartasaur dynasty, but that's us. We're going to reinstate the legacy of the Centaurs. We're going to have a more elite cavalry as the general. Upgrade his unit. Oh, it looks like we have some new... Oh, apparently we can build more elephants now. I guess because his army had multiple elephants, I think. So it was probably taking up some stuff there. So let's see. We have the Scythian Noble Cavalry versus our Royal Cavalry. The Noble Cavalry... Let's see, is cheaper than ours, but doesn't seem to be as good as our Royal Cavalry. These guys have more AP, though. That's pretty nice. They have 3 times as much AP, not quite as much bonus against infantry and cav, not quite as much armor and morale. But they're faster. They can do firewalls and moving. What? They have no ammunition. How can they? I think that's strange. I can safely say. They have Parthian shot, but they have no ammunition which to make use of any ranged damage. That's very strange. But yeah, I think the best units, like this one, seems to be really good at dealing anti-infantry, but I think this is just the best unit to get, is more of these guys. Apparently there's Scythian Noble Horse Archers, which are really good horse archers. Let's see, I'm just thinking for a moment what kind of army this is going to be. I'm thinking this is going to be my standard army, so I'm going to build a unit of elephants. I need a unit of baggage train. I need 4 tough hoplite infantry. I'm going to go for these Scythian axemen. I just think they're a little bit more reliable. And I want some... though these are Syrian heavy archers, I want Scythian heavy archers because they're better. They have better range. They have better AP damage and melee. They don't have quite as good armor, but I think it's quite valuable about the fact that they have access to better range and missile damage. And also, usually if I'm going to gauge my archers anyways in melee, it's usually to try and backstab a heavy armor unit. So being able to pierce that armor is, I think, a little bit more valuable than having a little bit more raw weapon damage. It's not quite often that I think I'll be engaging my archers in a melee against other archer units. I don't think that usually comes about. But even then, I think the Scythian armored infantry archers would win. Just because they would pierce the enemy armor better, right? It'd be nice to see this war come to a close. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know. I just noticed that it looks like Egypt took Macedon's capital. So that's probably why they went to war, is because they actually were bordering each other. So that's kind of interesting. Egypt has a beachhead in Greece. It would be kind of funny if we're like gearing up for a war against Rome, and then it turns out Egypt is the one who takes over Rome, and basically the major of the superpower is Egypt that we have to take out. That'd be kind of funny. So it looks like it's Maria, maybe Maria. I almost sound like Mario for a second there. I think is the ally that whose name I keep messing up. Oh, it looks like they've broken up their friendship. So I'm going to go back here then, and these guys might try and take my conquest now if I'm not careful. So there's another this year in history, 231 BC. If you guys once again welcome to pause and read as you want. There's not very much though. Some of the factions that they're referring to already wiped down the campaign map, which I always find kind of interesting. Okay. Keep an eye on which places are happy and which places are unhappy. Apparently this can't be upgraded any further. Keep that in mind. Well, we're not going to be able to... while we can't attack it right now, I think I want to actually manually fight this one out. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to end this episode here, guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, press the like button down below. Subscribe to see more of my content. And next episode we'll take, not Baktria, well actually we probably will take Baktria 2 next year, but we'll take Marconda, and then Baktria, and then hopefully Capiceni, allowing us to just easily carve through, and then we're going to subjugate Aurea. Through subjugating Aurea, we've basically completely nullified our eastern border, and all around made our lives, basically made it so now we can focus on westward. On the bright side, I'm hoping that Frada, the Cambodjas, will start liking us more. Because, I mean, they chose us over Baktria, so it's like, come on. So that way we don't have to worry about them trying to lead a rebellion against us. I mean, we have 2 allies right next to them who can hopefully squash them, but who knows? Who knows how it'll go. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, night, evening, wherever you guys may be. Bye.